my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh my gosh. OMG. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Hooray! Yay. Chris. He says, I don't think I've ever seen this guy. Hello, I'm Joel. Buyers. We're about to do the Write 10 Club. This is a writing challenge. We're going to write a joke in 10 minutes. So you hang out and you're going to learn how to write a joke in 10 minutes. And you yourself are going to write a joke. And look at that inflammation. It's good to be back in HD. Oh my gosh. So we're going to start in just a minute. We're going to give people just a moment to get in here. Yes, nice to meet you as well. Chris, hang out for a while. I don't know if you've seen our interviews, but we have hundreds of interviews with comedians on this channel. This is exciting. For those of you that don't know, as people are coming in here, during the pandemic, we did 400 of these in a row. And then I had a mental breakdown and we stopped doing them. But we are back. Oh, yay! Diligent Slacker said, first time catching one of these live. Yes! This is so exciting. I was literally talking with my wife last week. And she was encouraging me to get back to doing these more. I think she's tired of me. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm really just trying to get my bearings here. I'm gonna have to figure out the sound effects again. This is day one, okay? And no, this is not gonna be done every day, but I would like to say monthly, at least, if not more, and doing more Q&As and stuff. Really getting back into the hot breathiverse. Really just getting back to the basics, getting back to the fundamentals, getting back to the community, getting back to writing every day, just getting back to the basics. Hooray, look, another. Joshua said, first time catching one of these live. Oh my gosh. Yes, indeedy. We're about to do it live as well. Ooh, I remember that sound effect. So yeah, we're about to write a joke live. This is so exciting, and I'm excited to see new faces in here and familiar faces. But it was so great, yeah. My wife and I were talking about, just because when we had a new baby arrive last year, and then time and reality all just bends into one confusing, sleep-deprived hallucination. But we're getting back to the basics here. We're going to start writing online some more, getting back into the community, writing with other people, doing workshops and some online classes as well, and just really just get back to just helping comics, dang it. I've done all these interviews, and after doing so many and then posting more and more you see on this channel, I just realized I still have the most fun doing stuff like this. It's cool to interview people and all of that, but the booking and the scheduling and the editing and all that is just not as fun as just getting together with other comics and writing. So that's what we're going to start doing more of. Oh, this is great. Look. Hi, Joel. First time here. Thanks for hosting this. Oh my gosh, look at all these first timers in here. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. And of course the OGs in here. We have Bobby and Joan and Sandy. Oh, and John and Denise. Oh, my heart. I'm gonna cry. LFG from Augusta. Nice to see ya. Diligent Slacker said, this is what made me subscribe. Awesome. Yay. Well, welcome. We're about to do a live. I think it's about time. My baby is just whining and I can hear it in the other room. And it's just, I don't know if you can put babies on layaway. If anyone would like to just rent one for a while. If you could just Uber a baby. Oh, Johnny B's the first time here in a while. Joel hasn't started a video with a whisper saying my baby's sleeping. Yes, that's usually when I do anything. It's just when she's asleep. So, without further ado, I think it's time we start. What do you guys think here? We're at 22 people. Now, if you're watching this right now, let me stop the music. If you're watching this right now, there's 22 people in here. Finish the drill with us all, okay? We're gonna be here for the next 52 minutes, and then we will adjourn and go on with your days and your Super Bowl Sunday and all of that. But for the next 52 minutes, let's focus. Let's commit to getting better at comedy. Let's just commit to this communal experience of writing a joke together. So how this is gonna work is, and I love the comments coming in. This is great. So how this is gonna work basically is you can see scrolling up here. It says word of the day. So I did pick a fun word of the day for Super Bowl Sunday. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna reveal the word and then we are going to write a joke in 10 minutes together. This all started really during the pandemic when I did over 400 of these live streams and we did new words every single day, and we still do post words of the day in our Facebook group, which if you're not a member of, you should definitely do that. But I haven't done this in so long. I'm so out of practice here, y'all. Oh my gosh. I still do the monthly Clean Comedy Contest live stream, but then this one is all new and there's distracting scrolls. It's good to know that we're still back to our ADD roots here, though, being distracted by everything. So let's try this again. Basically, I'm about to reveal the word. We're going to get 10 minutes to write a joke together. You at home are going to write your own jokes. I will sit right here and write a joke live. And I will try to narrate and kind of go through what process I'm going through to try to find mine. But you write your jokes on your own as well. And then you can post them in the chat here. And I'll read them live on the air. And we can all have fun and maybe share some feedback with each other and all of that. But the thing to keep in mind here, my friends, is it is very, very common for you to write 20 jokes and only keep one of them. So just know that part of the Write 10 Club is more about the process than the outcome. The whole goal with this is for you to write for 10 minutes. Regardless of what happens at the end of that, cool if you get something, cool if you don't. It's more about creating that daily discipline, that daily habit of sitting down and writing for 10 minutes straight. Not focused on anything else, no phones, just thinking about writing for 10 minutes. Yes, as Aaron says, commitment and consistency. That is right. So, without further ado, my friends, shall we get into it? Shall we get into it here? Yay! So, the word... Wait, did I set this up? Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, I didn't set that up. Let me duplicate this really quick. Just 1 second, my friends. Sorry, this is my first time doing this in a few years, so I promise we will get the bugs worked out. But I just want to make sure. Oh, that was it, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, without further ado, we lost 2 people because Joel is just trying to get back on the train here. All right, here we go. The word of the day for February 8th is play. Yes, yes, yes. The word of the day is play, my friends. So for the next 10 minutes, we're going to focus on writing a joke using the word play or based on the word play. There's a few ways before we start the timer. We're going to write a joke in 10 minutes using the word of the day, which is play. You see scrolling across the screen here. Now, a few things to keep in mind. You can use the word play in your joke, or you can base your joke on the word play. What does play make you think of? There's a thing in improv and in comedy writing in general called A to C thinking, where like play is A, play makes me think of B, which makes me think of C. Play makes me think of sports, which makes me think of mascots. And now you're writing a joke about mascots that the word play made you think of. So it doesn't have to be as rigid as using the word play. It can be a fun challenge to stay within those parameters of how can I use the word play in my joke, but it doesn't have to be. The whole goal of this exercise is for you to just sit down and write for 10 minutes straight. And remember, the reality of joke writing is you may write 20 and only keep one of them. So just focus on the process over the outcome. And especially with my joke, as we may end up with nothing here, but we will end up with writing today, which one of my favorite quotes about writing is from Christopher Titus, who said, "I hate writing, but love having written." So that is what we can focus on today. So for the next 10 minutes, I am using today a Uniball Jetstream, which I was influenced on social media with. I saw a post about it, which I wasn't very dandy about at first. It's very light. It's like kind of plasticky. It does have a rubber grip, but I wasn't jazzed with the overall kind of quality feel of it. But the more I've used it, the more I've started to use it kind of like a zebra, where it's just very kind of like lightweight, and it's good for like shows where you're just doing a set list and things like that. Not necessarily for journaling, but more for like quick like fine point writing. This is actually a pretty good pen, and it's affordable as well. So I always write the word of the day at the top. I always like to write the date as well, which is February 8th. And during this live stream, if you're watching this live and not the video later, you will post your jokes at the end of 10 minutes in the live chat. And commit to these 10 minutes. Even if you think of something at 2 minutes in, commit to the exercise of writing for 10 minutes. That is the whole goal of this, that we are writing and focusing on nothing else but writing for the next 10 minutes. So really commit to that. Even if you think you got something in 3 minutes, commit to that extra 7. You'll be surprised what happens on the other end of that inertia you feel to just stop pushing yourself and that daily discipline of writing. So, without further ado, we will now start in 3, 2, 1. All right, so away we go. So how I like to start is kind of just like brainstorming play in just the word itself. And I'll usually spend kind of the first half of this exercise just kind of brainstorming different things that come to mind when I think of play. You can specific words, playground, play date, play ball like baseball, just looking for connections, looking just to get a bunch of ideas out. We can then start to sift through to kind of formulate our joke with. So playground, play ball, play date. Man, I haven't done this in a while. This is going to be fun to see what happens at the end of this. Press play. Press play. Also, when you think of play, you think of fun, you think of smiling, you think of really childhood. I mean, like, how often do adults play? You know, it's usually like you think of childhood, which maybe think of recess. What else do you play as a child? Dodgeball. So I'm already thinking there could be, and as you're writing, kind of follow your instincts. Your sense of humor is a sixth sense. It is something that you have kind of an instinct with. So if you're thinking of something, really follow that instinct. There's no bad ideas, there's no wrong ideas. So even just thinking of dodgeball makes me even think of like now versus then. So it's like when I was a kid, we played dodgeball. Now kids are playing dodge bullets. That is just not going to be the final joke, but it is not terrible. It is sad and true, but not terrible. Oh, but it was more looking to be a commentary on like how rough it used to be versus now kids. Everything's like a lot more softer for them, even though dodge bullets went in the complete opposite direction of that. So anyway, all right, so what time are we coming up on? 7:30, so we still got some more brainstorming time. Now versus then, what else did you play in childhood? Wall ball. Again, we're just brainstorming. Recess. Tag. Red Rover. What do adults play? Well, now maybe kids. So if we follow that premise of now versus then. Now versus then. Now maybe it's Xbox. Back then we just boxed. You know, we're just brainstorming things. Xbox. Nintendo. Now versus then. Maybe a little more brainstorming here. I usually spend 5 minutes just kind of getting a bunch of ideas out. But man, I'm afraid that dodge bullets one. I just don't want that to be the one. So let's keep going here. Now versus then. What is something else? Okay, maybe like, all right, let's switch gears here. Now what do we play as adults? So hide and seek. Hide from my kid. And seek screen time. So you can think as you're brainstorming different idioms, different phrases that use the word play, words that rhyme with play. Play ball. Dodgeball. Dodge bullet. Dodgeball, dodge bullets. But let's not hang our hat on that. Because again, like we said, sometimes you'll think of a joke super quick, but keep writing and see what else you can think of. So if we like that line, it's basically following along the lines of like, there's this whole trope about kids have it so easy today, or kids are so much softer these days, and that kind of plays on that. It misdirects it. Play. Well, what do I play? A good exercise is to personalize this too. So what do I play? I play possum. I play like I'm asleep, so I don't have to raise my kid. Or it's that I play what my kid plays. Play hard to get is another phrase. So now that we're about 5 minutes in, let's go back through and see what we got here. So we had play date, playground. Playground. Maybe there's something we used to play on a playground. Now kids play like AI, metaverse, play dead. I don't know why my brain keeps going back to that. Oh, man. That could be a tag to that. It's just not... That'd be a good one for Kill Tony, but I look like a youth pastor, so... That would just make people be like, oh, why is Fix-It Felix so mean? Hide and seek. So 4 minutes. Let's get it together here, Joel. Wall ball. Boxed Xbox. What do I play? Play hard to get. Play. Well, sometimes it's good to visit your premise. What is your premise? What are you trying to say with your joke? So what am I trying to say here? Maybe it's that I'm fun. I'm fun. But now it's I'm not fun. So maybe the premise is that I'm fun. I'm trying to say that I'm fun. I like to play. And the punchline is that I'm really not fun. So let's say I'm fun. So what are the different ways I like to party? Partying is my favorite. I'll never be too old to party. And what I'm doing right now is I basically have a premise. And you know, the basic structure of a joke is setup. The setup makes the audience think in one direction. The punchline creates a surprising second direction, a surprising misdirection, a surprising turn. So right now I'm trying to set up the audience to think I'm fun. I'm still a party animal. Okay. I'm still a party animal. If that animal was a sloth. What's another animal that like sleeps or isn't really a funny sloth. So you could kind of see where I'm starting to get with this. People are assuming it's I love to party. What are the kinds of parties? Perhaps pool party, B-day party, slumber party. Slumber party. I love to party. Slumber party. So we've got about 90-ish seconds left. So how can we start to put this together? Because honestly, like the slumber party mystery, I feel like that would kind of fit in my act now as well with just the things I talk about. So let's try to work on that one a little bit. I'm still a party animal. If that animal were a sloth in the zoo, because they just kind of lay around and sleep all day, trapped. I love to party. Slumber party. There's something about that I really like. Party animal, slumber party. I'm trying to get the wording down. 60 seconds. Keep going there, kids. Keep going there, kids. And when you get your joke, feel free to put it in the live chat if you're in this live stream, or put it in the comments if you're watching this later. And just write the word joke in front of it. I love to party. Slumber party. Slumber party. There's something there. Party all night. Slumber party. Okay. For my birthday, my wife asked me what party theme. Slumber. Okay. Ha ha ha. 10 minutes is up. Do I have the
Angels on y'all?
What's goody, young comedian Padawan? There we go. There's the there is the every sound effect. I don't remember which button is which on my keyboard, but that is the final bell. There we go. So, I see some people here. Post your joke you came up with in the comments of this video. Share other feedback, if you will. 2 other jokes in here and really connecting in this writing community. And if you'd like to do this every day, we do post a word of the day in our Facebook group that is linked in the show notes of this episode. You can join to write every day. But tell your comedian friends about this, and we'll see you next time. And let's get into your jokes, my friends. So, what do y'all think of this one? As y'all are posting your jokes, is there anything I can do to kind of tweak mine a little bit? I think what I'm sitting on for my birthday, my wife asked me what party theme. Or maybe it's, I'm at the age where every party needs a theme and chairs. Or I'm at the age where every party needs... at the age where every party needs a theme. That's a slumber party. Party all night. I love to party. Slumber party. Can anyone help me with that? That precise wording? Anyone help me with that? And I'm about to read your jokes live as well, and maybe try to share some feedback. And if you see jokes in the live chat you'd like to tag up or share feedback on, please feel free to do so. I'm at the age a party needs chairs. Yeah, something about chairs, maybe, because that is true as well. Something's here, though. I actually don't hate this for just my act in general. Party animal. Slumber party. So maybe, I'm at the age where my favorite party theme is slumber. Something's there. Something's there. I don't quite know yet, but as we talked about sense of humor, following that instinct, something is here that I think would definitely translate to the stage for my act. But doing this exercise, sometimes you'll write a joke that fits into your act you can take on the stage, other times not. It's really just a law of averages. Like we said, 20 jokes to find one worth keeping. So it's really a numbers game. It's just the more you write, the more chances you're giving yourself to find that next great joke. And writing is a muscle, and the more you do it, the stronger it gets, which is why we're doing this today. So, thank you all for tuning in. We're at 37 people right now, so do post your jokes in the live chat, using the word play, which is the word of the day, and we are going to bring some of your jokes in. Bobby asked, how many jokes do you want posted? Just post one, my friends. Just post your favorite one, because we'll try to get to all your jokes and read them live on the air here, and maybe share some feedback. But just post your favorite one. And let me see here. Great question there, Bobby. Thank you. And put joke in front of it as well, so I know that it's a joke and not just a comment. Oh, snap, and look at this. Ooh. A super chat. Yeah. Thank you so much, It's Akuma. It's so great to see you again. One of our OG right tenors from back in the Dizzy. Appreciate that $2 holla there. I'll go right into the diaper fund there. No problem, Aaron. Hello from Brazil. Oh, that's so cool. And remember, whenever birthday parties always had a theme, today my theme would be slumber. Then you can describe the party. Yeah, that's true. Like the drugs, maybe it could be like melatonin or drinking magnesium or something like that. That could be a play on words there as well. Oh, sorry, it's Akuma. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who's there? I'm the life of the party, the slumber party. That's good too there, Bobby. 43 people. This is great. Yeah, y'all post your jokes in the live chat. Using the word or based on the theme of play. And I am going to read them live on the air. Where are we at here? Sorry, I was going to see if I could. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. There we go. How's that view? Is that better? Perfect. Hooray. So, let's get into your jokes, shall we, my friends? Word of the day is play. And I wonder. Here we go. Let me scroll up. Look at all these amazing jokes coming in. We were up to 45 people in here. That's great. Oh my gosh, for the first time and not really promoting it that much. That's very exciting. Oh my gosh. So, here we go. And I promise I'm not avoiding your jokes unless they're just offensive or whatever. Which is not really the vibe of this show. This is not a Kill Tony writing exercise. But, I mean, no shots at Kill Tony. But just... They're selling out arenas. They're doing just fine. But I say that to say we like to stay monetized on YouTube. And if you do certain things, they're like, no more. And with big super chats like $2 from It's Akuma, that's keeping the show alive. So, very generous. Thank you, It's Akuma. So, let's get into your joke, shall we? If I said it for the 15th time. And remember, this happens every day in the Facebook group. Bobby Sutton will post a word of the day at 10 a.m. And also Imre, another hot breather in there, posts the word of the day at 10 p.m. where you can get a new writing prompt every single day. Yeah, and if you have questions, feel free to ask questions here as well. I'm happy to answer them. Just put the word question in front of them, like Bobby did there. Because there's a lot of comments coming in, so it makes it easier to see if there's a question or if it's a specific joke versus you reacting to someone else's, so I know to read it live on the air. So let's get to it. Oh, when are you going to write a comedy teaching book? I had a version of one several years ago that could use a revamping. I've definitely thought about doing one based on the podcast and just all the interviews I've done. What would you want the book to be? What would you want the book to be about? That could be a good question, and then I can just create that book as well, because I would definitely love to do that, and I've definitely thought about doing that. But, you know, the idea is the easy part. It's the execution. So, maybe any guidance or feedback in that direction. I would definitely love to do it, though. Absolutely. Great question. Let me know. All right. Now I mean it this time. We're going to get to your jokes. So the first joke I'm seeing here, and thank y'all for hanging out, spending your valuable time with me on this Sunday afternoon. Scrolling. Where's the first joke? Sorry, I hear my baby yelling. I think, is it Pat Tiffin, maybe the first one I'm seeing here. Plays about zombie are a mixed bag for me. Sure, I look the role, but the directors feel I don't look dead enough for their liking. Well, one, great use of the word plays. I didn't even consider that when I was brainstorming mine, of like actual plays, like the theatrical plays. So very creative there. You know what? This could play on for me, just thinking of how to kind of reword it a little bit. Is it maybe, sure, I look the role, but the directors feel I only look dead inside? Could be something there. There we go. Okay. We're going to try to get the sound effects back in action. They may be a little rusty this week, but we'll get back to the fundamentals here. Let's see. Next joke. Thanks for submitting there. Sanja forgot to put joke in front of hers. I don't see your post there, Sanja. I don't know if you deleted it. Aaron Despiva. I was asked to leave a play once. I said fine, but I can act better than that 6-year-old. Nice. Very nice. Play again. I did not even make that connection to do a theatrical play, but very, very creative there. Joshua. As a kid, I played dodgeball. Now, as an adult, I play dodge responsibility. Yeah. I like that little misdirect, especially if you pause before it. That's a good delivery technique, is you pause before the punchline to build anticipation, to build tension that is relieved with that misdirect of the punchline. So yeah, I don't hate it. Very nice, Joshua. In 10 minutes, well done, buddy. Let's see. Robert, the regular guy. My brother Raymond didn't have much success with marriage. On his honeymoon night, his wife said she wanted foreplay, then went to another room in the hotel. Ooh, Raymond. Tough sledding there. Sounds like it's based on a true... story there. My condolences to your brother there. I thought foreplay was going to go into some sort of like golf misdirect. On his honeymoon, one foreplay. What if it could be like before they got married? Let's play like it's before we got married. Could be a little wordplay there. Thanks for submitting there, Robert. Bobby Sutton. I don't have to play hard to get. It's more like, stop running away from me. Very nice. That's funny. Yeah, and I can see that in your delivery as well. Like your animation. Yeah, play hard to get. It's more like, I play hard to avoid. Could be another like tight way to say that. Blake Champlin. Kid and Play was a hip hop duo from. See, Kid and Play was a hip hop duo from the 80s and 90s. Now with bad hips and no hoppin', they're called Elder and Complain. Nice. I like where this one is going, Blake. I feel like it's great you added context to like Kid and Play, because sometimes people will make a reference and the whole joke hinges on people knowing that specific reference. And if people don't know that reference, no matter how great the joke is, they're not gonna get the joke. So great that you kind of described who Kid and Play is for people that don't know who Kid and Play is. No, I think a tight word play here. And just wanted to say shout out to Dino Primo. Super chat. $10 Canadian, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you there, Dino. Good to see you, buddy. Yay! Ooh! Yay! Let me see. Where's the next? Where were we? Blake. Oh, and one thing to keep in mind here with the wordplay is Elder and Complain. I see what you're going with, but it could be funnier if it still played on Kid and Play. So, like Elder and Complain, Kid and Play, they don't really have the same balance. So, just off the top of the head, it could be they went Kid and Play, now they're Old and Gray. So you see how it still plays on the rhythm of Kid and Play. So there's a little bit more of a balance there, and people can kind of create that connection more than Elder and Complain. But great joke. Joan, I don't play a lot of sports. Acting like a basketball is especially hard. Very nice use of the word play here. Sports and then acting. Great misdirect when we're talking about a setup, punch, misdirect. Play, setting up the assumption, physically playing sports. The misdirect, you're actually playing a sport in a play. Acting like a basketball is especially hard. It could be like, I can't even act like I'm good at sports. My favorite sport is acting interested. I see. Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing around with different ways to say it. But I like the setup, punch, misdirect there. Very clever there, Joan. Sandy Bernstein. I feel like I've been typecast. I always play the victim. Typecast, always play the victim. I feel like I've been typecast. I always play the victim. I guess my only confusion with it is, and you can help clarify, I think my only confusion is with, if you're being typecast by other people, then it's like they're casting you as the victim. So would it be more like, I feel like I've been typecast. People treat me like the victim. People expect me to be play the victim. I feel like I've been typecast. So I think that's maybe where my only a little bit of confusion. But for the sake of a 10-minute exercise, I don't need to just go into the weeds on everything. I mean, I think in 10 minutes, it's a nice tight joke. You use the word play, typecast, playing the victim. It checks the boxes there, Sandy. I don't need to be a stickler about everything. You know, we're just looking for ways to always improve. But overall, I like it there, Sandy. Thanks for submitting. Odessa. Whenever I visit friends with kids. Whenever I visit Whenever I visit friend with kids, I feel pressured to play with them, and I don't want to because they're boring, and I can't just act like I enjoy their company. I'm not Meryl Streep. Okay, so we went with playing interested. Then you talk about an actor who's very good at playing, Meryl Streep. I thought the misdirect was going to be you don't want to play with your friends. So that could be a potential misdirect, that instead of people assuming you're going to play with the kids, it's actually you playing with their friends. Your friends anymore. You just don't like your friends anymore since they had kids. Could be a misdirect there. But thank you for sharing there, Odessa. Oh, good. Yeah, if you have feedback for other people in here, please do share it as well. If you have feedback for other peeps in here, other people's jokes and whatnot. Aaron, is this your joke, or are you giving feedback to someone? I just want to know before I read it. Because ideally, yeah, just write joke in front of it if it's your joke. But just let me know, Aaron, if that's your joke, and I can still read it. Denise, I call it a slumber party, but my mom group calls it day drinking. Nice. Yeah, that is definitely a slumber party. Yeah. I wonder if slumber party is the punchline here, though. I think it might be if you flip it, because really the joke here is that that's really kind of the joke here, is that the day drinking actually turns into you falling asleep. So I think if you flip it, it may hit even harder, because it's more like day drinking party, but it's more like a slumber party. Thanks for sharing there, Denise. Johnny B, is this your joke? I just want to confirm before reading that if that was your joke there, buddy. Okay, so Aaron did say that was his joke. I did a lot of plays as a kid, and when we got bored, we'd play hide and seek. I kept doing theater as I got older. When I got bored, I'd play hide and eavesdrop. I did a lot of plays as a kid. When we got bored, we'd play hide and seek. I kept doing theater, and as I got older, when I got bored, I'd play hide and eavesdrop. Yeah, you could really just tighten this. I don't really think plays, the joke here is really you would play hide and seek, now you play hide and eavesdrop. So I don't even think you need the context and the extra wording of did a lot of plays, then I kept doing theater, and as I got older, when I got bored. I think the joke is more around playing hide and seek, and now you play hide and eavesdrop. And this is kind of similar in some ways to that kid and play joke, where you kind of want to do the balance of like kid and play, old and gray. This could be like hide and seek, hide and sleep. You know, something like that. Just a generic example, but just thinking of how to keep that balance there. Johnny B, okay. Johnny B. Politicians get together and make a bunch of selfish promises. It's just a big game of blowhards against humanity. Oh, nice. Yeah, like Cards Against Humanity, blowhards against humanity. I get that. Yeah. Promises. It's just a big game of blowhards against humanity. Yeah, that tracks. You know, Cards Against Humanity is a popular card game. Blowhards rhymes, so people who know Cards Against Humanity would get that reference. Great job, Johnny. Yeah. And Johnny was in the finals of last month's Clean Comedy Contest as well. And Sandy was as well. Don't let me give Sandy her flowers as well. Sandy was there as well. If you want to compete in next month, you can go to cleancomedycontest.com to sign up. And let's get to the next joke. Johnny B. Oh, I see you put that joke later. Thank you, Johnny. Where'd I go? I lost my place. There's Johnny B. House creates. Throwing kids' birthday parties as a parent is all work, no play. Themes, supplies, food, games. Seems like we could be working on a power of threes here. Throwing kids' parties as a parent is all work, no play. Great use of the theme, the word play. All work, no play. I think you could just do a power of threes here. Themes, supplies, regret. Themes, supplies, day drinking. Just a third, in a power of threes, if you're not familiar, is like you have two normal examples and then a third absurd. Basically, the first two create a pattern that the third interrupts, similar to a one-liner setup, punch, misdirect. It's another way of creating like a misdirect in that third absurd example. Thanks for sharing there, Dylan. Yay! Themes, food, and debt. Yep, that's a good one there, Joshua, excuse me. Oh, that was a brainstorm comment. Oh, my apologies. Is this your joke? Is that your joke there, Dylan? Food, games, migraines. That's a good one, Aaron. Yeah. Migraines. Yeah, that's a funny word, too. Okay. Is that your joke? I used to play Pokemon on my Game Boy as a kid. Now at 32, I play Pokemon on my Game Boy as a way to escape my wife's glaring eyes. Yeah, I don't hate that. Pokemon on my Game Boy as a kid. And it could be, as a kid, I used to play Pokemon on my Game Boy for fun. Now at 32, I play it to avoid my wife's glaring eyes. And there could be kind of like a tighter punchline. When you think of punchline, you want it to be nice and tight and have a punch. My wife's glaring eyes it doesn't really punch. So it could be my wife's cold stare, even could be another way to say that. My wife's disappointment. A few things there just to tighten up the punchline. All right. A few more here. So I know some of you posted several. I just read one just so we can get to everyone's jokes here in the allotted time. Christoph, I created my own Monopoly. The text I had chosen for one of the chance cards. You visit the igloo because you are not warm enough clothed. You freeze to death, drop out of the game. I created my own Monopoly. Well, one, great creative use of the word play. You took the word play and really thought of like board game and then made it your own, which is very creative. I created my own Monopoly. The text I had chosen for one of the chance cards, you visit the igloo. Because you are not warm enough clothed, you freeze to death, drop out of the game. Cool. So not bad in 10 minutes. You could see just reading it. And sometimes with editing your jokes, it can help just to read it out loud. And you can start to feel how certain words may be hard to say, or you can feel the joke kind of dragging along. So I think that would be an example with this one of just figure out ways to tighten it up. But in 10 minutes, I don't hate it. Monopoly, you did chance cards. You used the word, you used the theme of play creatively. I don't hate it there, Christoph. Thanks for submitting. Let's see. Tullio Tolentino brought a ball to the writing classes, but got dismissed. Guess I haven't understood the meaning of screenplay. Oh, yeah. That's fun. Writing screenplay, but you brought a ball to it. Well done. All right, to the last few, please. Oh, hey, from India. Great to see you there, comedy fan. Hot Breathverse actually has a lot of listeners in India. I've heard from quite a few, which is very cool. And speaking of other countries, from Brazil here, Cal Sparcial, if I'm saying that right. I asked a gravedigger if he liked his job. He said yes. It feels like playground. Oh, that's still. I didn't mean the applause great. I didn't mean the applause. It's not that great. Let me do the. There, the honkies. Silly horn joke. This feels like a playground. That's a silly wordplay there. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Thank you for participating. He said, I don't know if that makes sense. English is not my first language. Thank you for playing. If he liked his job, he said, yes, it feels like playground. Yeah. Yeah. That tracks there. Absolutely. Thank you. Mitchell the Barber. Oh my gosh. Is this a previous Clean Comedy Contest winner? Mitchell the Barber? It's been a minute. I asked my 8-year-old to press play on the remote. He said, you mean the YouTube button? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. I like that. That sounds like it's something that actually happened too. That sounds true, which makes it even better. Yep, I feel like there's more to that. But just for like a setup punch, I asked my 8-year-old to press play on the remote. He said, you mean the YouTube button? Yeah, that's funny. I like that. I think there's definitely more you can do with that, but very funny. Here we go. Last few here in the last few minutes. Sharma, girls just like talking to me, and the problem is they just like talking to me. All right. Yeah. Well done there. Thanks for submitting. Oh, and look at all the feedback here. This is so much fun. I love the feedback being shared. That's great. Oh, looks like we got one more at the buzzer here. Unhinged Zoe. My nephew kept taking his VR headset on and off, counting to 10. I asked why. He said hide in seek. Taking his VR headset off and counting to 10. Hide in seek. I don't know. Am I missing it? VR headset off and counting to 10. I don't know if I'm tracking that one. Could you explain a little bit on that one? Not really sure there. I'm not sure on that one, but I appreciate you hide and seek, but hide and seek. I'm just trying to connect that to the VR. I'm trying to figure out how that connects to the VR. Sandy said, "Is that when you vanish?" So I guess I'm not really quite clear on how VR on and off connects with hide and seek. But I mean, thanks for submitting, for sure. Counts to 10, puts it back on, then it's hide and seek. Kid thinks he's somewhere else. Takes his headset off, they can't see him. I appreciate the brainstorming around figuring out that joke. But hey, that is the name of the game. With comedy writing is sometimes it makes sense in our head and then you do it on stage and you realize, oh, the audience isn't quite tracking that. And something Mark Norman said on the podcast is just, he always tries to be clear over clever. A lot of times we can take certain information for granted that then the audience isn't piecing together. So you need to make it super simple and easy to understand. He said it like a McDonald's menu. You know, there's simple numbers and you know what each number correlates to. You want to make your jokes easy to follow as well and not try to have to like analyze or dissect too much. But that's all part of the challenge of joke writing, which is what the whole name of the game of this Write 10 Club is, which is something we do every day in the Facebook group. Members Bobby Sutton and Imre are posting words of the day to where you can get joke writing prompts like we did today. So if that sounds like something that would help your comedy, I just linked the group in the live chat here, which you can go join. But I think we're adjourned today. I don't know when we're going to do another one of these. I just don't know. But I know I'll be posting them in the Facebook group. I will be giving people a heads up on that. And if you would like, I guess I could do this. If you would like me to email you when this next one is happening, I guess I can put a link to like a Google form where you can join, and I can email you when it's happening as well. I just kind of thought of that on the fly. So if you'd like that, I can do that. Just to make it easier for you, because sometimes you don't always see everything on Facebook. So I guess I could link to that if y'all are interested in that. Let me see. There we go. Just put one together really quick. So yeah, if you would like that, you can join that. I just put a Google form here. You can just basically put your email in there, and I can email you next time I'm going to go live here. And all that fun jazz. Oh, this is so great. Yay, Joshua said, thanks so much. I love the podcast so much. Helps me get through work. Have a blessed week, everybody. Angels on you. Thank you, Bobby. What's good?
Angels on y'all.
Angels on y'all.
Angels on y'all.
Odessa said this was great. Yeah, I would definitely love to keep doing more of these. For sure. I don't know how often, but definitely more and more regularly. I mean, I enjoy doing these, and they're so much fun. I'd like to start doing Q&As and such as well. So join that Facebook group and join that email list as well. And I can send you updates on when I'm doing what and all of that funness as well. So I think we are adjourned today, though. I I've got to go back to being a parent. I'm actually doing a set review. I do set reviews for comics and actually have one to do this afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going. But I love you all so much. This was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Let's do it again, y'all. So I'll email y'all that joined that Google form. I'll email y'all when I'm doing another one of these. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Let's definitely keep it going. But we will adjourn for today. But I love you all so much. And we will see you on the next one, or we'll see you in the Facebook group, or in the Clean Comedy Contest, or any of the other fun stuff we do here. I haven't done one of these in so long, I don't know how to end it. So we will just end it. Happy writing out there. Just set a 10-minute timer every day and write. And we will see y'all. What was your joke, John? John said I didn't read his joke. But yeah, y'all can go ahead and leave. Sorry, I missed John's joke. I don't see your joke there, buddy. I didn't mean to skip anyone's joke if I did. But that's why it is helpful to put joke in front of the word joke in front of your joke so I can see it and know that it's one of the jokes and not a comment. But I'll be better about giving you a heads up on that next time. I do not see your joke, John. Nope. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Even through this part, y'all are still like, "Hey, let's see what John's joke was." If you want to post it again, yeah, definitely not seeing it. No, if you want to post it again, but yeah, I don't see it in the live chat. Maybe YouTube flagged it. Sometimes they will if the joke's not funny. Oh, it's good to be back. Yep, I do not see it though. Oh my gosh, and some people joined that email list. That's so exciting. At the buzzer here. Not sure why, but he's not. Yeah, Blake said I retired from roasting. I did retire from roasting. I retired from roasting. Back in the Dizzy, y'all don't want this. I did all the roast shows back in the day. I did all the roast battles. Actually, I won Comedy Hype's Rooftop Roast. Your boy was up there representing. And I taped Comedy Central's roast battle, but fortunately it didn't air. But it was actually me versus Dulce Sloan, who you may know from The Daily Show now. But we came up in the open mic scene together. So we taped that, which was a lot of fun. But it didn't air, thank goodness. In hindsight, I'm very grateful it didn't air. But after that, I was like, I think I did roasting. I think it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of writing. It's to do it the right way. So I do roasting for the bag, but not sorry, my wife just texted me. It's like, hey, you said it was gonna be an hour. I'm just gonna do these all day every Sunday. Sorry, live stream all day. Sorry, honey. But that's great. Yeah, Christoph said I may use these jokes I created for open mic performances. Yeah, that's the whole goal. Yeah, hopefully you write jokes here that translate to the stage. I think what I wrote today, I think it definitely has potential to get on stage. It's right in line with things I'm talking about right now, which is very good. Okay, so John decided not to post his joke, so we will adjourn. But do join that email list, and I'll be sure to email you directly when I'm going live again, and that Google form there. That's very exciting. I think that's a great way we can communicate as well if the Facebook group doesn't work. Oh, because you can join the Facebook group too. We do the Write 10 Club every day there as a writing prompt. Okay. We don't want this to drag on. We want people to join and know that they can be here for an hour and then get on with their busy day. So we will adjourn. I love you all so much. And we will definitely be doing more of these, so just keep an eye on your email for that update. Join the Facebook group. And we'll see ya. It's Akuma said they posted a joke. I don't know. Did I miss your joke too? You posted a super chat. Sorry. We'll keep it to an hour next time. This is my first time doing this in a while. I don't see it. It's Akuma. People are dropping off, though. I get it. I'm trying to drop off, too. But it's Akuma did a super chat, so I want to... Truth is, I'm a day drinker because I'm a Nightwing. A lot of trauma to sort through. Nice. Cool. Well, thanks for sharing it, Akuma. I'm so glad we... Oh, so glad we got to that. But we are 13 minutes over, so we will be back another day. Join the email list, and I'll email you when we're going live again. But until then, I love you all. What's goody?
Angels on y'all.
Angels on y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Happy writing. Bye.